It's all about you, Ian.
Thanks.
Right, come on, let's get into this.
So we're not close to this. I'm looking at you, aren't I?
I would look either way.
Yeah.
Just it's so. Oh, it gives me tingles standing here. I've stood here. I've been here with Margaret Thatcher. If anyone can remember Margaret.
I'm sorry.
No. When she came to visit when we were here. This spot has seen so many. Oh God, it's a very exciting spot.
It is the image of the university, isn't it?
Well, I think it's the image of agriculture, actually.
I like that.
There's been so many famous moments here, so many graduates. Anyway,
yeah.
Ian, firstly, congratulations on your new role.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
Can you tell everyone a little bit more about it?
I can certainly try. So, my new role, my role is. This is a bit of a mouthful. It doesn't quite roll off the tongue yet, but I am Harper Adams University's Chief Global Impact Officer.
Okay.
Pause for breath. What does that mean? It means it's quite an unusual role. I've not found another person in the sector, certainly not in the UK, that has a role title that's like that or anything like that. So that feels exciting. It feels like Harper Adams is trying to uncover and do something that's kind of quite fresh, bring different elements together that other people haven't yet. So that's very Harper. That's very innovative. That I hope is very foregrounding and future looking, and I hope I'm up to the challenge. I'm sure that I am. That there are other organisations in business and indeed in global charities that have a similar title of Chief Purpose Officer or Chief Impact Officer or something like that. So there are some clues there, but I think the meaning in the words themselves are really quite important. So we've got global. So that does more than imply that we want a role not just to cover what we're doing here in Shropshire or in the UK, but also to reach out and engage and build relationships beyond the UK and internationally. I think that's an important next chapter for Harper to take more seriously and grow. And then the impact side, well, I mean, that's important. I mean, I believe right back to the beginning, right back to 1901, this university, Harper Adams, has always been about impact. Impact is now a really fashionable, quite sexy term in higher education. Impact has always been Harper Adams University. And so I think it's important to embed that within the role title, within what I do. We don't do things for the sake of things. We do things to support business, local farming, food, producers, processors, the students, the businesses around us, local authorities. So impact's kind of quite important there.
So I think, to me, Harper Adams is the glue within agriculture, the associated sectors, and also if you look on a UK perspective, we're seen as experts in this a number of areas, whether it be media, whether it be education, whether it be science and research, and that definitely can apply to Harper. But not everyone knows about Harper internationally, so that's why I'm really excited about your roles. As we said earlier with Alistair, I'm lucky enough to be quite well travelled, and not many people know about Alistair. Everyone knows about Alistair, about Harper Adams.
They will soon.
I know. but it's so important to get this message out about Harper, not just for the benefit of Harper, but for the benefit of the sector, UK and internationally. There's so much good that you can do, and by crikey, we need it. Because in this time. Where do we go with that? Feeding the world, sustainability, carbon neutrality. We need an institution like this to lead us, because it's awfully fragmented, not only in the UK and internationally. We need an educational leader like yourself and your colleagues to steer us on that journey, UK and internationally. Am I correct?
You're being very polite, but I hope you're correct, Max. I mean, quite so. I mean, Harper Adams is all sorts of things, and I mean, your description is a thing. I think a very good one. We'll James will steal that, and we'll write that up and use that somewhere. I'm sure that we will. I think we can also think of Harper Adams University as a brand. I think is that allowed? Is that kind of comfortable? We do think about brands in universities and higher education. We've done that for a long time, and honestly, I think that Harper Adams University is one of the most interesting, one of the most important, one of the most interesting brands in higher education in the UK right now. Why is it interesting? I think it's interesting because of its core purpose, which is right up there in terms of the issues that confront everyone, whether they live in rural areas, whether they live in urban areas. Our need to step up is great now, and I think extending and amplifying that brand, I think, is really, really important. I think we're the largest and most significant brand of our kind in the UK. I mean, I think that's a statement. In fact, we respect and admire our competitors in this space. But as the largest, as the most significant, arguably as the biggest voice in the UK, then that gives us an important responsibility as well. So as a brand leader, we're required to step up. But I think you're right. I think not everybody yet knows about Harper Adams University. Those that do those that we're close to, whether it's our students, whether it's our business partners, admire us hugely, know what you know, know the significance of the university, of the organisation, and the impact that can have. We quite frankly need to work harder at our communications and our engagement with different stakeholders that we don't work with, and build that brand.
And this is agriculture per se, isn't it? We've always been a bit siloed, but now is our time, especially with the likes of James and his colleagues within the marketing team, that we've got to stop being siloed in our thinking, and especially again with your appointment and everything that the Vice Chancellor's doing, we can get this message out and attract not only more students that come in from different areas, but also more collaboration partners to come and join the success of Harper.
Yeah, I don't think that's a difficult concept. I don't think it's controversial either. We are passionate. You know, you'll walk around today, you'll meet with students, you'll meet with faculty. They're absolutely passionate. We are passionate about what we do. We absolutely believe that what we do is is critical to the future of our planet and our lives within it. Right? I mean that feels right, doesn't it? Therefore, to extend that and speak to people that aren't yet convinced of that or don't yet know the significance on their lives, that's really important, and we're the university that needs to step up and reach out and do that. We need to be bold. That will sometimes mean that we need to take ourselves to places that we've not been in before, that we need to have conversations with audiences, with businesses that don't know that yet that they need to have conversations with us. We need to do things in a different way, and need to take ourselves in places which might sometimes be uncomfortable. But you know, I think that's we're up for it. That's what we're about. We're about a month away, actually, Max, from publishing a new strategy, and it's a strategy which will take Harper Adams University through to 2030 and beyond. So it's a significant moment. And it's not a new direction of travel. I mean, you're speaking with the Vice Chancellor later. I'm sure he'll speak a bit more about the future direction of travel. So it builds on where we've come from, as opposed to taking ourselves in another direction. But we do need to build. We do need to grow. I mean, you talked about the global earlier on, didn't you? And we are known in some countries, actually. It's where we've been, people know about us. But there's real space to do more things, isn't there, in different parts of the world?
I'm loving your enthusiasm for Harper, for your role. I can just see the fundamental difference that it's going to take Harper to the next level. Just to sum up for us, just describe Harper Adams University in a line. For all those that know Harper and all those that we want to educate about Harper, describe Harper Adams in a sentence, please.
Oh, in a sentence. I'll tell you what. I'm going to use a phrase which I think is really important. I'm going to slightly dodge your question, but there's a reason for doing that. And the words that I want to plant in your mind are going to be these. They're going to be: together we will make the difference. So Harper Adams is all about together we will make the difference. Together, you talked about collaboration. If you're a small institution that's seeking to grow and increase its influence, yes, you do that. But more than often, you're going to need to do that by working closely with partners and friends and supporters, and do that in collaboration. That I think is together. Togetherness is part of our DNA. Collaboration is part of our DNA, and that's going to be more important going forward than it is in the past. We have to do that. We will make the difference. That's the impact. That's the purpose I was talking about. So that combination, together we'll make the difference. Collaboration and impact.
Housing words of a world famous door and a world famous man.
Don't. Great to meet you, Max. Thank you.